You always have options when you go shopping for clothes, cosmetics, electronics, whether you want to buy from a luxury designer brand or buy a similar product from a local shop, usually at a much cheaper price. Similarly, when it comes to medication, you have two different options. You can either choose a brand name medicine or a generic medicine. But unlike other things where people tend to know what they want to buy, when it comes to medication, people are often confused which one should they pick, and most importantly, what is the difference. So in this video, we'll try to understand what is the difference between a brand name medicine and a generic medicine. Well, to put it simply, the difference between the two lies in the circumstances of producing the drug. We have to note that producing a new medicine is not a simple process. It takes a lot of resources and they have to go through a very rigorous process of research and development, followed by stages of clinical trials, which, if it is successful, is then followed by marketing and getting the approval from the regulatory committees before the medicine even reaches the market and or your pharmacy from where you can buy it. So all this accounts for millions of dollars in investment and decades worth of preparation and work. So when a pharmaceutical company discovers a new medicine, they would apply for a patent to prevent other companies from producing and selling this drug. This patent may be valid for up to 20 years, and during this period, the company will produce and sell this drug under a brand name to recover its investments and make a profit. And with time, this brand name becomes synonymous with the medicine. But as the patent expires, other companies are also allowed to make similar drugs, which is called as a generic medicine. To better understand this, let's take the example of metformin, an oral hypoglycemic agent used to control blood sugars in diabetic patients. It was originally discovered and patented by Bristol Myers Squibb Pharmaceutical Company and was sold under the brand name Glucophage. But as the patent expired, other companies were also allowed to make a similar drug. So here in this example, we have a generic counterpart of metformin. It was produced by a company called Cipla and is sold under a different brand name known as Okamet 500. As you can see, generic medicine have the same active ingredient as a brand name medicine with similar quantity and effectiveness. So, if they work the same, what is the difference? Well, they differ mainly on three things. First, they might have different inactive ingredients. Since what the regulatory committees like the FDA is very particular about is the active ingredient and not as much as about the inactive ingredient in the medicine, generic medicine and brand name medicine might use different inactive ingredients. So it is important to look through the ingredient list on the drug label to see if there is any ingredient which is harmful for you and choose accordingly. Secondly, generic medicine is much cheaper than brand name medicine. The cost can be between 20 to 80% cheaper than the branded counterpart. Now the reason is not because that generic medicine is not as effective as the brand name medicine, but it is simply because that the generic company does not have to bear the same investments as the brand name company in research and development and marketing of the medicine. So the generic company can produce the medicine at a much cheaper price and still make a profit. Thirdly, unlike brand name medicine where there's only one manufacturer, there are different manufacturers producing generic medicine. And you will receive your type of generic medicine depending on the manufacturer that your pharmacy has. And speaking of different manufacturers, you may have noticed if you use generic medicine that they have different size, shape, color and flavor compared to the brand name medicine or other generic medicine. Now this has nothing to do with the effectiveness of the medicine, but it is basically because the trade law forbids the generic medicine to look exactly like the brand name medicine. So they have to change the inactive ingredients like the dye, filler or preservatives which determine the size, shape and color of the medicine. But they all have the same active ingredients, so they work the same. So in conclusion, which one should you choose? A brand name medicine or a generic medicine? Well, it depends on your particular case, the disease you're suffering from, your financial state, and the length or duration of the treatment. All these have to be considered before you opt for either a brand name medicine or a generic medicine. So it is always advised that you consult your doctor on which one would be more beneficial for you. That's all for this video. Hope you have understood the difference between brand name medicine and a generic medicine. If you like this video, do subscribe to my channel for more informative videos like this. Until next time, take care.